What's going on, everybody? Today we got a bunch of stone fruit seeds, more peaches in the bucket. These are some apricot, and I like to clone them. I like planting seeds, gets a little bit more variety, but what I like to do is put them in about as deep as they are tall. Poke them in. Yeah. Sunflowers are looking beautiful. Getting all this watered. Look at this date palm coming up right here and another one coming up right here. Probably move one of them later because that's a bit too close for them to get full size. Here's another date palm coming up right here. Watermelons are starting to sprout and the squash are doing good. The goji berries are doing really good. I gotta plant and fertilize these beds. These are the newest ones I've made. So, and these central ones, when it rains, these trenches here, they fill up with water and they're full. These ones, and a little bit over here, but not so much down that way. So I gotta keep this more watered. But I think first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plant a bunch of more sunflowers here. See, when I first planted the sunflowers everywhere, the ground squirrels were eating everything, but I think the cats have been eating them. So I'm going to replant this with sunflowers to kind of give a wind barrier. On the outside I've got Nepali cactuses that make edible fruit, and I planted some bamboos about every 8 feet, so that way, because the wind mostly comes from this direction. Look at how tall this sunflower is. It's doing good. So I've been adding the biochar and getting it to go in. Just gonna keep layering it, making it, and layering it, and making it, and layering it. Let's go see how the banana's doing. So you can see what shade does here in the desert. These beds are all getting more fertile because of the shade from the sunflowers. But in here, there's not much water, but I've got shelter. So this type of bamboo, it's got a new sprout. Been putting biochar around them, compost tea. Look at this, banana's making new leaves. It's amazing. Pumpkins in this area. This is just from the earthworks here, huh? Then we had some construction over here. I'm about to start a new pumpkin patch right here. I'm just getting it watered. I'm gonna hook another hose to this so that I can water a little bit more, but I'm gonna make some trenches here. Stop off about 5 feet from the box. Try to put maybe two trenches here and get this watering on it. Try to get another soaker hose. A couple more. Yeah. And then here where there's always just a teeny bit of drip, you can see all this fertility, and the squash is going so well. But this is the sheltered area. See, it's got more shelter from part of the sun, so it's a little more fertile. And I'm keeping the mesquite as nitrogen fixers and shade, and then I'm trimming out the inside so that eventually it's like a hangout spot once they get big enough, and then braiding the tops to make them look cool, planting a vining plant at the bottom, like a fig or a vining squash or a gourd or a grapevine or a passion fruit vine, and then that way it'll be cool and chill, and then as the canopy mushrooms out, you'll have more shade to chill. This is cat's claw acacia. I'm keeping these. They're sharp, but they hold it down. This bed has been able to be held down and shaded, and it's pumping nitrogen in there. A lot of the figs are going through transplant shock. It was super hot, but you can see the bark's still green right here. You can see that. And so it's just gonna come back. It's gonna make a bunch more branches. More biochar. I gotta make more and more biochar. I really wish I could make like a ton at a time. Maybe in the future I'll set that up. I've been doing 2 50-gallon drums at a time. And I just started a new compost biochar area here. You've seen some of my other videos. Hey, if you like the content, like, share, and subscribe. These old logs had mycelium and all kinds of microbes in them. They were buried under a big pile. So I stacked it around it. I'm gonna get more of them, stack it around it, so that way I can make like a big cup, and I'm gonna have less blow away. And then all the microbes in here and the fungus and stuff will start to take over from in here. I'm gonna make more biochar with that. This is the stuff that didn't burn from the last one. At the very bottom, it seems like it doesn't get enough air, so things don't burn. Well, it'll burn the rest to char. So just kind of pour it out, get the big pieces out, put it back in, and but this is the goal, is biochar like this. See? So dry, so crumbly. Now all those little pieces hold microbes and add carbon and water to the soil and have drainage, but they're like millions and millions and millions and millions of tiny little holes for the microbes to live and breed. And what's cool about when you do the biochar right, see how my hand isn't stuck with the carbon? It's got, when you do the pyrolysis properly, see, okay, that was not all the way biocharred, but the rest of that I touched was all the way biocharred, had no more oils in it. Well, appreciate y'all. Have a great day.